Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. Today we are playing a Jarvan Renekton deck. I don't know that I've actually created one yet. I did Jarvan Garen, I've done Jarvan Garen, Renekton Garen. Renekton Jarvan was kind of the the way that that Riot had created the cards to kind of fit together, especially with the release. They were both released at the same time, but I just didn't want to create a deck that everybody was doing, and anyway, we've gotten to the point now where I've never played it, so we're going to try it now. And I guess you guys can fact check me on that if I have, but we're just kind of including all of the cards that were released together and were intended to be played together in this sort of deck archetype. So Renekton Jarvan, I want to talk about Jarvan just a little bit. Jarvan is, in my opinion, underpowered even after he was buffed. It is so hard for whatever reason to level up Jarvan. All he needs to have is allies have survived 4 or more strikes from enemy blockers. He doesn't even need to be on the board. It can happen at any point in the game, although it is a little bit limited because it has to happen on your attack phase. But I mean, you think it would be a little bit easier, but he just is hardly ever leveled up by the time he gets out. And a lot of times he hasn't even seen, or you haven't even seen one person survive a block damage, or it's just there's a lot of removal in the game. There's a lot of ways to kill units. They don't have to block either, so I mean, if you don't challenge them, or if they don't have vulnerable, they don't have to block. And then yeah, he just doesn't level up, so it becomes less and less meaningless, I feel like, as a 6-drop card. And I almost feel like it would be worth it to just drop him altogether, drop King Jarvan, put in a full set of Cithri and put in a full set of Garen or Shyvana. It just seems like a better choice than Jarvan. That's just me personally. Hopefully they do some really decent changes for him. I really don't know how many changes we can expect. They set it up, Riot, when they said that they were going to do some significant changes to existing champions. That's how everybody took it, so that's what it seems like is going to be. Hopefully Jarvan is included in that and is able to level up a little bit more consistently. I don't know, maybe they have to change some things about him, reduce his costs so he's not coming out on turn 6. I really don't know. I just feel like he's a little bit underpowered right now. And we don't really see Renekton at all that much either, which is kind of interesting considering that he and Shyvana are pretty similar in style. I think Shyvana just gets play right now because of Azir Irelia, and she's very prominent in Zoe, Shyvana, and Aurelion Soul decks. We don't really see that with Renekton. The Fury really helps her. I mean, he gets better stats once he levels up, but maybe it's just harder to keep him alive. I don't really know. We just don't see him that much. So, the meta will shift. I think Renekton isn't as in bad of a spot as Jarvan. I think once the meta shifts, Renekton actually could be good, but that's my opinion on the two champions. All right, so here a quick rundown since we talked about kind of unimportant things for a second there. We got Penitent Squire, Honored Lord, Rock Hopper. Those are our early game cards. I want a decent chunk of those so that we can put them out. Demacia decks are historically they're mid-range decks, and so you don't have a lot of each cost unit. You kind of just put them out. You have a very even amount of unit of cards in your deck that cost 1 through I guess 7 here, and so we did put a few more 2-drops in so that we have some early games, so that we're not swamped with late game cards in our hand every start of game. That's important. So we've got 9 of those cards. We've got for mid-game Greenfang Warden, Gallant Rider, and Renekton. And then we're finishing up late game with Cithria, Jarvan the 4th, and Jarvan the 3rd. We've got plenty of elites to make sure that we can pretty much every time get a tattered banner. And yeah, synergize well with kind of our champions and with our secondary units. And everything else in this deck really is combat tricks. So we've got Ruthless Predator, Sharp Sight, Single Combat, Concerted Strike, and Siphoning Strike. All of those are to help Renekton level up mostly. And then they don't really synergize a whole lot with Jarvan, but we can make it work. And hopefully get him to level up once, maybe. Anyway, that's about it. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Alright, we're going against Draven Ezreal. I I mean, we start out with a pretty decent early game. I think we're just gonna keep one Rock Hopper, one Honored Lord. I don't really want two Rock Hoppers just because of static shock.
Just a little farther.
I think that makes us a little bit too vulnerable to that. But we don't mind playing it now, especially if he puts it out. Yeah, we'll go for it. See if he's got a Mystic Shot or something. I think we're fine with that. Trading a 2-cost card for a 2-cost card is pretty nice. Or a 2-cost card for a 3-cost card, that's pretty nice too. We don't mind that at all. Alright, so here I think we put out Honored Lord, don't we? I think Honored Lord is actually pretty nice here. This is going to prevent him from playing a couple of cards here. Or not. I think we're fine with that too, to be honest. Let's see if he takes it. He does. That's fine. I'll trade a 1-cost card for a 3-cost. Can we make it to turn 7? Alright, so I wonder if he's got Tri-Beam and Probulator. I think that would influence him to play. I think that would influence him to play more 3-cost cards.
Axes coming right up. You witless
I don't think we want to give that to him. I don't think we do. Alright, so this next turn we can play down Gallant Rider with Tattered Banner, or we could just go for the... That's a 4-cost play. I actually think we just play it without the Tattered Banner for now. Just in case he's got Thermogenic Beam. I can't stop that.
Let's make this a night
If he does have it. Wow, that's actually a really good card.
Witness perfection.
Because even if I pull him in, well, now I think we do it, actually. Just because he gets the buff and I'm gonna take this guy out, the Ballistic Bot. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know how well we're doing here. 2 of 6 for Ezreal. We've got Concerted Strike. Let's see. Yeah, open attack seems pretty unlikely there. I think we just play the Green Fang Warden. Should stun this one. He can kill the Vanguard Cavalry with a Spinning Axe, but we do also force him to... Okay, I'm cool with that. I think he's just worried about Sharp Sight. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have attacked if he thought that. I don't know what he was worried about. Let's see if you got a second. It's fine. What round are we on? It's annoying we haven't found Jarvan.
How will my people remember me?
Sit tight and shut up.
With me, Knights of
We'll
Demacia.
definitely take this attack. Should be a 5 of 6 now. I think this is worth doing. Way too big of a swing here. 7 mana for 3. It's just not worth it. We're gonna protect him. Also prevents the level up too, so I think all in all it's actually not awful. knows we've got the Jarvan. We've got concerted strikes here, so that's pretty cool. That's a little problematic. We gotta go like this, I think.
One shot, all skill.
Not going for it. I'm cool with that. He only gets 1 damage. You can't use that. Alright, so next turn we're at turn 9. Do turn 9. $11 mana. Yeah, I think we go Preservarian here. I want enough to play Jarvan and Concerted Strike. Because he knows we're pulling in here with the Jarvan. But yeah, I want enough to have Concerted Strike. So I really like this pull here. Really like it. This forces him to use a spell. He's probably got Mystic Shots, right? Like, I don't know why he wouldn't. There it is. Or Static Shocks, I mean. No reason why he wouldn't have that. We're going to target like this, just in case he's got... I don't know. Just in case. Gets a level up with Ezreal, which is pretty annoying.
Is but to do and die for the flag.
You get
Good, I surprised myself.
8 damage on him though. Can we survive? I need to find like another Static Shock here. I bet he goes Decimate, don't you think? I think he's going to go Decimate here. Yeah. It's a lot of damage. I don't know that I'm going to be able to stop him from just outright winning here. Doing the Decimates. Oh man, that's good. That is good. Hey, Renekton joins the party. Thanks a lot, Renekton. Wow, actually that is somewhat questionable.
One shot, all skill.
We're gonna use the Vanguard Cavalry here. I don't know that he can take this guy out with... He needs like a lot. He almost got it, to be honest.
No way.
Wish I rallied. I think we just go Renekton.
You cannot hide forever, Nasus.
I do think we go like this.
Experience gives. I'd still pity anyone who crosses you.
Sharp Sight's really good. Alright, so we're just gonna pull in.
Learned a trick or two.
Gotta block the first unit. Okay. There you are, man. I'll let you have it. We got the win. Alright, yeah, I mean, that was okay. I guess we could have given the challenger, use the flag on the Renekton there, but like all in all it didn't really matter, and I think I actually might have dealt more damage just like that, but I don't know. Yeah, it worked out okay, got the win. I guess we just outvalued him there at the end. We got a really, really fortunate single combat to take out the Ezreal. Otherwise, we would have lost for sure. Alright, we're going against a Azir Irelia deck, and I can guarantee that we're going to be way too slow in this matchup. You know, maybe we keep single combat and Renekton. There's just, yeah, there any point of even playing this? I'm surprised that they allow anybody to play this anymore. I'm glad at least a percentage of individuals are having fun with it. It's just not fun. You know?
Years take, experience gives.
It's just not fun. I don't really understand why we're still dealing with this. He doesn't attack. It's crazy.
Keep the pace.
Okay, we're going to attack. I think we're going to be forced to end the round here. We may... I'm okay with that. So he doesn't have a Azir, he doesn't have Irelia. We may put down Renekton here. He's got two dancing droplets. Count them, 2 dancing droplets. Green Fang Warden is pretty good.
Show them no weakness.
That's pretty good. Actually, Renekton's pretty good. We're just going Renekton here. It's gonna help us get a level up. And we're gonna block what we can and hope that he doesn't have a shaped stone. That's fine. I'm gonna have to block this guy. I'm going to try to block the Irelia and hope he doesn't have anything here. Force him to use a recall on Irelia would be pretty nice. I'm off of leveling up, unfortunately. I think we got to attack here. Seriously? Yeah, seriously. He had it, guys. 2 homecomings. That's amazing. Well, I mean, we I guess trade 8 mana for 2. Top decked.
All in the shoulder.
Ribbon Dancer. We're gonna put out Green Fang Warden. This is a nice blocker. Into Sparring Student. We're gonna put down second Green Fang Warden here. Got some really good blockers, and look at this. I mean, we basically played this as well as we could have. The double homecoming really sucks. Of course. Well, what can you say about it? Come on, man, you have to put out Azir. I don't understand why you would never put down Azir. You get 8, right? Yeah. It's like, oh, I really want you to back here.
Ready, boy? To the flag!
He has triple homecoming. There's something wrong here. Alright. Alright, we can deal with that. I don't know why do you ever play that before putting down his ear?
Who dares defy my
I don't
will?
get it.
Away with you.
I mean, it pretty much stops me from attacking, I guess, but like...
With me! Today is the day we reclaim our homeland! Show them no weakness.
And we have to hope this guy doesn't open attack. What value is he gonna get here? Sucks that we've only got one. Play Flawless Duet. Yeah, play Flawless Duet. Please. Please play Flawless Duet.
To the flag! The sands of Shurima will be stained.
Level up our Renekton. I don't know that it's going to be enough.
You face a prince.
I think we have to hold on to the Green Bank Warden as a blocker for Sparring Student. Because we want to be able to
See what is. See what will
dissuade him from attacking with the Azir again.
commands.
Yeah,
Who dares defy
we
my
got to
will?
block like this. Well, all things considered, we're alive. We'll play Gallant Rider.
Vanguard is here for you. You are a
The reason we're
sacrifice.
playing Gallant Rider is because we got King Jarvan. Pretty good. That's almost the best card that we could have hoped for.
Victory is near.
Then lead our soldiers to it, my son.
Face your end.
Stand before me.
Providence, guide me.
Wow, he surrendered. I'm really surprised. I actually shouldn't have attacked. I wasn't going to attack the Azir there. I needed to attack the Dancing Droplet because I would have leveled up. And at that point, I could have taken out the Azir with the Jarvan the next round. Or, you know, next attack rather than wasting it. I also had, what was there at the end? Ruthless Hunter, I think. So Ruthless Hunter would have used probably the Renekton to take out the Azir. So we managed to actually very well prevent a lot of damage during the mid game, just from being able to take out the Irelia. I think he made a lot of mistakes. Like, he definitely did not play that perfectly, our opponent. And so, I mean, I don't feel like a really good Irelia Azir player would have lost there. Alright, we're going against Misfortune Irelia. Misfortune Irelia, an interesting deck concept. Definitely fun, but a little bit slower than Azir Irelia and just not as strong. But I guess I don't hate them particularly for playing this deck, so not as much as I do Azir Irelia. Alright. If we could kill Misfortune with Honored Lord, that would be wonderful, and we might be able to do it.
Out of nowhere. I
We
never
definitely take this attack. An excellent attack there. If he attacks, we block. Pretty much every time. I don't have Sharp Sight, so do we just end up developing here? Do we save the mana? I think we develop Preservarium. He's unfortunately going to get 2 damage on us, and there's not much we can do about it. But I guess we'll have to take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we actually might be able to slow play this with Rock Hopper, just because we can grant his Misfortune vulnerable or his Irelia, make it a little bit difficult for him to develop his champions here. Which is pretty cool. So there we go. That's what we wanted. We're actually just going to end the round. I'll let him waste the mana. Island Navigator. Ooh, that's actually a really good card for him. Do we go Renekton? Or do we save the manas? I think we go Renekton here, don't we? No, actually Renekton, because we're not going to be blocking with anything probably. Could kill Island Navigator with him. Could also go Honored Lord is between. I'll play him. I don't like it a whole lot, but it's okay.
Always forward.
We're gonna block here and block here. I think this is fine. Definitely want to prevent a ton of damage here. It's a little annoying that he has that, honestly. And it was like probably the 1/1 cost card that actually worked with that, so fairly annoying. Not really any way to play around that though. We are going to play our Gallant Rider here. We probably take out the crack shot at this point.
Everything's better with
Big
company.
Green Glade.
Says you.
How much is that going to bother me? Quite a bit, honestly.
Watch me.
I think we attack with everything else as well. I'm going to take out Crack Shot. I think it's the extra damage pings are going to be annoying. We've got single combat that we can use to take out Green Glade duo on the attack. He's pretty limited, honestly.
Favors the bold.
The ocean is
He
no
ends up
place
playing a
for
unit
me.
before the next round. I'm cool with that too. Alright, there's Jarvan, so we do want to kind of
That's my resting face.
save up for that. Let's pass. See if he's got anything crazy here.
Ocean.
Really?
I have urgent news.
I'm a little suspect that he's attacking with this one, so I'm going to block with the Penitent Squire and try to force a spell out of him. Like Syncopation. I don't know. He could have another one or just another spell. Like I said, I'm a little skeptical. Do we go Gallant Rider again? He's gonna get probably 2 damage on us. Anyway. I can't play Concerted Strike. I guess we may as well. Do I want that? Yeah, I think we go Honored Lord here.
Prince will be found.
I can't play Concerted Strike and single combat. So we're gonna go like this. Even if he like notifies this, it's a pretty decent trade. He's got a fairly limited hand as it is. I wish I had a scout, but we don't.
To the field. With me.
Sharp Sight's really good. Really good. It's fine. He's self-concerted. He's really limited in his hand right now.
Ours is but to do and die.
2 of 4. Yeah, he's very limited in what he can do here. We've got Combat Strikes, Single Combat, and Concerted Strike. So if he's got Deny or something, we're going to be able to stop this. He can't level up Misfortune unless he ends up finding a Scout here, which I mean is possible. But yeah, we're not gonna let this happen. He's got to deny, so be it. We're not gonna let this happen. This may be a surrender. I don't know what his last card is. Guess it could be double deny. Yeah. Yep, I figured it'd probably be a surrender. He's just too limited. He doesn't have card draw. He can't replenish his hand. He's not going to be able to attack there. We're killing off his unit. He's really the only unit that can attack that round, and so we're just going to open up with an open attack and kill him. So